I am so excited to be doing these interviews now for Energy Matters because energy is what is behind absolutely everything that we do. I'm Vicki Delajoyo, and today my guest is Diane Beal. Diane is a colleague of mine that I have connected with who is coming from just an incredible story of her background, which I just got to hear, or a little bit of her background. But she's somebody who brings tremendous amount of wisdom and has her own Facebook page, Silver Maven, for people, for women 50 and over, which I really encourage people to join. But she can talk about that in a moment. One of the reasons I wanted to have you on today, Diane, is because I know that recently you were an MC for an event and you had an experience with your energy. So tell us first what the event was and what were you doing?
There is a group of expatriate women who have been together for the past 9 years, and they have found ways by living in multiple cultures, in all kinds of difficult situations, to still find ways to make meaning of their life. For example, just a few days ago in Seoul, Korea, they had an awareness event in a park so that they wanted to raise awareness of domestic violence against women. So they have survived all kinds of natural disasters, being separated from families, but their stories are so powerful and inspirational. They have put them together. 10 of the women have put together their stories, and it's called The Niche, and it's available on Amazon. And they were launching the book and invited Bettina Carey and me to be the MCs for that event. And it was just a powerful evening with each of the 10 authors there sharing portions of their story and having their friends and families and colleagues support them throughout the event. So it was an international stage for me. It was the first time doing something like that. And based upon feedback from you, I learned to stand firmly, to open my chest and to breathe. And as I was doing that, I literally felt my throat chakra open. I had been muting my voice. I had been so buried in fire hoses in my life that I just hadn't used my voice to speak, to have my say. And as I was there, I realized that I was doing what I'm here to do. And I just felt that energy release. And so I wanted to pass that on as an outcome of working with you.
Well, this is remarkable and powerful what you're saying, Diane. You said that that accessing your voice was something that was a little bit of a stretch for you, right? That it was not something that, I mean, plus this was your first time on an international stage, and what a wonderful thing that we have this technology that can allow us to reach people across the planet, or at least those people who have access to internet, because of course so many people don't, but to have a wider reach than we would have before. Tell me a little bit about what has muted your voice in the past.
From the time that I was a child, growing up, I was in a situation where I was the only African American. So in many ways, I muted my voice that way as a way of surviving. But even more recently, I had been so gripped with family crises that I just had no time to do anything except be a caregiver. And I've now been freed from that responsibility, and I can now be and live the dreams that I have that had been delayed and deferred for so many years. So that was the opportunity to say, yes, I'm now doing what it is that I've wanted to do for many, many years. And
well, I believe that so many of us are going to benefit from that, from you, reclaiming your voice, reclaiming, the sense of who you are and putting it out there in the world. I really thank you and appreciate you for that. I know that you said that some words that I said, around standing tall and opening up across your chest helped you, but I know that you also had access to energy. You have done work around energy and how your energy works before, haven't you? This wasn't something that was just like, snap, I got that, right?
Actually, you reminded me of things that I had forgotten. I remember years ago going to the park and practicing Qigong.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I know that somewhere in my garage, I have a videotape of the medicineless hospital in China where they practice Qigong. But I just know that I've just been, holding my breath, waiting to exhale. And I now have had that opportunity to fully exhale and make it, instead of just being a literal breath, it's figurative, but it's also literal.
Wow. Can you say a little bit about what the feeling was when you felt that energy rise and that you felt your voice, your throat release, your throat chakra release? Could you just tell us a little bit more what your internal experience was of that?
It was, I like to use the phrase internal GPS. And I have learned that when I listen and heed the direction of my internal GPS, I never go wrong. I'm always positioned for the right thing. So the feeling that I had was that internal GPS saying, yes, this is your moment, capture it, stand in it, and live in it. So it was a time of knowing that I was celebrated by my internal GPS.
Oh, I love that, an internal GPS. Well, may we all access our internal GPS with such powerful results. Thank you so much, Diane, for being here and for speaking here on this Energy Matters page. And I just wish you the best. You rock. You're amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for this opportunity. I'm just delighted.
And tell us, I know you have something coming up, that you have a gift that there's a giveaway that you're going to be offering. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm going to be giving away a VIP day. What I do is I work with women 50 plus who are trying to figure out what's next in life for me. I fulfilled my traditional roles. I'm in a new age and stage of life, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. And I, based upon, first of all, my own experiences, because in my own dark night of the soul, I developed this methodology. And then over the years, I have honed it by working as a volunteer in the community, helping other women to also figure out the next chapter of life. And so I've now put it together in a 3-month program that I'm offering. But what I'm going to be doing on May the 21st is offering a free VIP day. And it will be a sample of the entire Manifesto program.
Manifesto. Wait a minute. Manifesto. Tell us what is a Manifesto?
It's a way of saying, here's who I am. The first portion is to say, who am I now? I'm not who I was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, but now that I'm 50, I have a chance to sit back, to reflect and think, what have I learned? And who am I now? And secondly, what do I really want? So often we just fall into expectations of others, or we think that being 50 and beyond means it's time for decline and decay decay, disease, and death. So we just kind of settle into that. But I find that life after 50 can be a whole new chapter, a whole new adventure. We can reflect on what we've learned, and we can then align our expertise, what we've learned over the years, our passions, our gifts and desires, and we can create a whole new narrative of what we want our life to be. So the manifesto is actually a document that we will prepare. Each person will customize it for themselves. It's a living document that they will own. They don't need to come back to me for that. You can simply update it as life situations change. But it then becomes a roadmap so that no matter what age, no matter what challenges life presents, we've got a roadmap for how we want to live our life and how to order our priorities.
Okay, so we're going to have our internal GPS and our roadmap. So things are looking really good in terms of how we're going to be making decisions by working with you. How do people access this free gift?
All they need to do is to reach me at thesilvermaven.com. And if you'll reach out to me, then I will provide you the link for the free VIP.
So thesilvermaven.com is your website, is that right?
Okay,
good. So people just go ahead and do that, and I'll put that in the comments below so people can learn more. Thank you so much, Diane, for taking some time to talk to me today about your work and about your experience using energy from the internal GPS to opening up your throat chakra to creating the manifesto as a roadmap. I really love all of that. So I just thank you so much for joining me today.
And thank you for the opportunity. It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.